Hi everybody, welcome back to the Retro Ghetto. I'm surrounded by stuff I don't have room for. It's time for a pickups video.
Well, you know about Retro Ghetto, collecting and playing retro. Street Fighter on the Nintendo. I'm a veteran at this, not pro. Lock into the Retro Ghetto. Come and have a look around in the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staples settle. Lock into the Retro Ghetto.
From Pixel Game Squad, I'm Gabo the Giver, and you are watching Retro Ghetto. Happiness, by the way.
Okay, my 21st pickups video. I've got a lot of stuff around me, primarily games. I've got less bits and bobs and toys than I usually have to show, but I do have plenty of games, which we'll get to very, very shortly. I do like to start with the bits, bobs and toys, as always. First thing I picked up that was a real good find, I think, was a charity shop. I can't really show it because I've already set it all up, but I'll put some V-roll up for you. I bought a surround sound, like a Sony surround sound entertainment center. It came with 5 speakers, a subwoofer, loads of different settings on it. It's really nice. I've got it hooked up to my main gaming TV. And yeah, in such a small room like this, it really does create a nice atmosphere and a nice sound. So I think for 25 quid, I did well. For those of you that are into all that, I'll pop all the numbers and letters and all that random stuff up on the screen now. So yeah, decent find, I think. Okay, so I always start with toys, as I say, and before we get into the couple of bits that I found at the recent toy fair, that was my last video, check it out if you haven't thus far. There's these toys that have been on the horizon for me for a while, and they're called homies. And basically, they're like little Hispanic gangbangers, if you like. And they come in all sorts of various shapes and sizes. I think they're primarily available in the States. I don't know if they were released here, but they're quite a few and far between if you try and search for them on eBay. And basically, they are little, if I can show you on camera, very little. I think some of these were actually available as, is it called gashapon? Gashapon machines that are quite big in Japan, where you put your money in and a little circular ball falls out. And yeah, you get these inside it. Again, I'll put some V-roll up. It's very difficult for me to show you all of these individually. They're very small. They won't probably focus on camera. But yeah, this is definitely a line that I'd like to get a few more of. If anybody out there collects homies or has any of these, let me know. Give me a shout. But these are like zombie versions, like undead versions or something. I don't know. I'm no expert. I just think they look cool. And the next two pieces you will have seen if you did watch my last video on the NEC Toy Fair. The first one I picked up, so I'll do it really fast, is Butch from Pulp Fiction. This is from the Titans line. I've got a lot of these stored away that will be making an appearance again soon. But this was one of the larger ones. I think they only made one in this larger, because normally they're sort of probably at 2/3 of the size of this one. So yeah, it's nice to add Butch Coolidge. And my favourite find from the toy fair was this Mario Kart, remote control Mario Kart, complete in box from 2004. Apparently this is N64 Mario Kart, even though it's from the Gamecube sort of year. Apparently they just came out a bit later, but it was designed for the N64 version of Mario Kart, after doing a bit of research. It has got a little bit of denting in the box. The lighting always makes it look worse, but I picked this up for £15. I think it's just a really nice piece to have on the shelf. And yeah, just really happy to have found such a thing. Okay, so that's pretty much it then as far as the toys go. There is something which is kind of in between. Basically, whenever I go to CEX, they've got HMV quite close by, probably once a week, so I often pop in and just look at the weird and wonderful stuff that they've got on sale there. I'm not really into buying full price Blu-rays and vinyls and things like that. I try to find those things for cheaper than what HMV sell them for. But they had these things on offer. These are tiny arcades. This one here would be the Pac-Man one. And as you can see, look, it's fully playable. And these were on offer for £4. I think they usually sell for 12. So I picked one up and then I just kept picking them up. And I did what I always do. I ended up buying them all. I think there's 5 of them in total. Again, I put them all up on the screen now so you can see them all. But there's Pac-Man, Frogger, Gallagher, Cubert and Tetris. They're really nice display pieces. The fact that they're functional as well just gives an added bonus to it. But yeah, I really think that these will make a nice display. I'll probably leave them in the box because they are still playable and I just think the artwork's really nice on them. Okay, so it's now time to dig into the games. I've got lots of different piles in front of me. I'm probably going to save Wii U for last. For those of you that are playing along at home, you will know that I'm going for a full set. and I've added quite a lot to that collection, so we'll probably do that last. Let's look at PlayStation 3, shall we? Again, a couple of these will have been highlighted in my last video. Spider-Man 3, got this for an absolute bargain price at the Toy Fair recently. I think this ended up costing me less than £4 all in. Something like £2.50, £3 maybe. So yeah, nice to have added that. As is Pacific Rift. I got it from the same store. Again, I'm really a big fan of the MotorStorm series, but this is just one that I'd never played thus far. And the next two are charity shop finds, games of which I had already owned on one system or another, but yeah, just felt like I needed to pick them up. Grand Theft Auto 4, definitely one I'm going to revisit soon. Of all the Grand Theft Auto games, this is the one that I have the least memories of. It's the one that I remember the least. I can't really remember much about the story. I remember the lead character, but the goings on that surround the beginning, the middle, and the end, I've got no recollection of. So yeah, definitely looking forward to replaying this one. Grand Theft Auto 4. And this one you'd be very surprised if I didn't have it in my collection, right? God of War 3, one of my favourite games from my favourite franchise. I don't actually own this game, as crazy as that sounds. I own it about 6 different times in various different collections and collector's editions, special editions, all that kind of stuff. But I didn't own the bog standard game. And when I saw that in a charity shop for like £1.50, I think it was this, and Fight Night, which traded in because I've already got a couple of copies of that. Yeah, someone had obviously bought in their collection that's got great taste in video games, and I didn't want to leave any of them behind, so yeah, pick them up. Right, next let's do Gamecube. Again, the first couple I showed I've already highlighted on my last video, but that was Bomberman Generation and Legends of Wrestling. I picked both of those up for £15 total, so I think that was a decent buy. They sell for significantly more at CEX. I've been really trying to increase my GameCube collection as of late, because I really am enjoying playing the system. It's something that I didn't experience when it was out as a child. When the GameCube was out, it was just something that didn't gravitate towards me. So yeah, I'm learning a lot of these games now for the first time, including this one, which I was actively after on eBay. I kept looking around, and this is why it's always worth making cheeky offers, because every now and again, once in a blue moon, one of them buy it now or best price offers gets accepted. And I managed to pick up Mario Kart Double Dash for £10. I can't believe it actually arrived, but it did. £10. And it didn't, sadly, it doesn't come with the Legend of Zelda bonus disc. It just comes with Mario Kart. It's not in here because it's in the GameCube. I've been pretty much playing it non-stop since I got it. So yeah, if anyone out there has the Legend of Zelda bonus disc that goes with this, let me know. I'd be happy to buy it off you if you have a spare one or you're looking to sell, just so I can complete my copy. But yeah, I've actually seen someone recently trying to sell the box alone for £15. So yeah, I was more than happy to pick this up for like £10 plus postage. It was like less than £13 all in. So yeah, an amazing game, really enjoying it. Me personally, I'd like to see the Mario Kart franchise go that way now. I think Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, whatever it's called now, is so good. It is in a lot of ways the ultimate Mario Kart game. I think it's going to be difficult to go anywhere from that. I'd like them to go back to a double dash mechanic, just so we've got something different and another Mario Kart coming. Or go the way of Smash Brothers and introduce a lot more characters. Let's have, you know, Ken, Ryu, Sheamus, etc, etc, etc. But that's just my 2 pence on where I think the Mario Kart franchise should go. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see them do with Mario Kart. I just think it's an interesting debate, just simply because the last one was so good. Where'd you go from there? Okay, good old Xbox 360 next. Just the first one, actually, I picked up in CEX. I went to see my mate Manesh. Shout out to those guys. Just before we get into these, I want to say, I was randomly looking at my analytics one day, and all of a sudden, my favourite CEX store video that I made spiked, and I had like quite a lot of views within 24 hours, and I thought it was quite random that a video that I put out a few months ago has all of a sudden gained in popularity. And apparently, the CEO at CEX had watched that video, and he's been watching my channel. And sort of monitoring what I'm doing here, and they put it out there on their company-wide email to all their staff, linked in that video. So obviously a lot of the staff and things like that watched it, and it's very humbling, just because obviously a small channel like mine, if me making a video like that can give amazing store managers and staff the credit they deserve and a pat on the back from their superiors, then that's, you know, that's brilliant. That's a job done as far as I'm concerned. If people are getting the credit they deserve from a video I made, then yeah, I'm just happy to have spread the good news. But yeah, if you haven't checked that out, get involved, check out that video. It's the Burton-on-Trent store. I love that CEX, and if you're somewhat local, go in there and check it out. But yeah, I managed to pick up Ninja Gaiden from there. I haven't played one of the newer Ninja Gaiden games. It's something I've only ever sort of looked into the older games. So yeah, £3, I thought, why not? Give it a blast. These next couple I actually got this morning, a couple of hours before filming this actually, I picked these up. And that was Legends of WrestleMania. I got this on the PlayStation 3, but the reason I'd like it on both systems is because of my Xbox 360 kiosk. I like playing fighting games, wrestling games, racing games, standing up on those sort of kiosks. So that's something that I can definitely try on there. At some point in the future, I probably am going to go through my PS3 and 360 collections and compare where I've got, you know, the same version of one game on both systems. I don't need to collect, you know, the same game twice. But at this point in time, I'm not sure where I'm going with my collecting, where I'm just going to pursue PS3, Xbox 360, or what I'm going to do. But one day I'm definitely going to sit down and look at my doubles and decide what I'm going to do with them. This would be another one. I picked this up this morning. Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox 360. This doesn't have the same trading value that it once did. I think CX are only giving like £3 for this now. So don't overpay for this thinking they're going to give you big bucks, because they're not. But for me, it made sense to pick it up because worst case scenario, doubling my money in trade credit at CEX. But also, I found this about a week or so ago in one of the charity shops. The Steelbook. It didn't have the disc in it. Now, anything that goes through the charity shop that doesn't have a disc in it, they just discard it. I saw this and asked if I could have it. They said, yeah, no problem. Obviously, I give them a lot of business, but it was still very much appreciated. So yeah, it's nice to potentially complete this edition. Although this might be the PlayStation 3 version because it's smaller, like a PlayStation 3 case. Let me know in the comments if the Xbox 360 one is taller, or if this could be either. Right, PlayStation 2. I've picked up some really, really nice PlayStation 2 games lately. It's something that I've really enjoyed collecting for. I thought my PlayStation 2 collection was done, and that's the beauty of retro game collecting. There's always more games than you're aware of, or games you forgot about. Since I thought I was done with my PlayStation 2 collection, I've added probably, I don't know, 15 or 20 games to it. And these are a few more here. Picked this one up just yesterday, Tekken 5. I got this from CEX. I think it's only £8 at CEX, which is a good price because it sells for in and around that, probably a little bit more on eBay with postage, probably looking more like 12. And what convinced me to get this was this game actually contains Tekken 1, 2 and 3, the arcade modes on this disc. So you've got the full Tekken 5, Tekken 1, 2 and 3 arcade versions, all on one disc for £8. It's a classic game. I mean, if you haven't got it, why? Random pickup was Ridge Racer 5. I am a fan of the Ridge Racer franchise. This is not one of the better games, but, you know, for a couple of quid, I thought it was worth a blast. And I've been recently getting into my shmups, and I found a couple of my CEX, so why not pick them up, right? This game is very, very cheap, and again, it contains more than one. It's got 1945, 1 and 2 on it, and look at that price. £4. £4 for a classic shmup. Can't go wrong. So yeah, very happy with that. And this next one was a game that I did not know much about. I reached out to Eddie Rollercore, also my manager extraordinaire at CEX, Manesh, had a lot of good things to say about it. So I picked it up on their say so, and unsurprisingly to me, they were both correct. And that is Steel Dragon EX. This actually contains both the modern version and the arcade version of this game. Really good fun. The modern one is very easy. I'll discuss that more in my upcoming Video Games Completed episode that will be coming out soon. And the arcade one is a lot more difficult, so there's a lot more replayability in that. But I think for £12, for such a good shmup, it's not the sort of thing you're going to see in CX every day, so I'll grab that whilst I could. Okay, so whilst we're on the subject of PlayStation 2, this is something else that I picked up in my charity shop this morning. Bit of a random buy, but I don't regret it. Honest. This is a 4Gamers, so it's not official, mini steering wheel. It's got the steering wheel, the pedals, all the wires and everything. I've not checked it out yet, but I'm going to hopefully have a blast on this afternoon. It also, randomly, as a bonus, came with a copy of Colin McRae Rally, complete on the PlayStation 1. That was tucked inside, so, I mean, yeah, that's a nice addition. This cost me £4. It's in box. I didn't really think I could go wrong. I'm going to have a play with that, and then it'll probably go into storage until I've got room to sort of, you know, do something more with it. But there's a lot of great racing games on the PlayStation 2, so there's a lot of games I can utilise this with. Speaking of racing games, There was an amazing video put out by Essex Retro Gamer on his sort of favourite racing game. I won't spoil what it was, but in order to get there, he really did take a delve through time on the evolution of racing games. Last I checked, that video had nowhere near enough views as what it should have had. If you're a fan of racing games or a fan of video gaming in general, and you like sort of learning about the history and the evolution of certain genres of games, make sure you check out that video. I'm going to put a link in it below, and yeah, go and show some love. I picked up one PlayStation 4 game. PlayStation 4 is something that I've got a little bit of a love-hate relationship with. I love playing it. In terms of collecting for it, I'm not quite sure where I sit. I did put out a video once about when you're going to start collecting, featuring some of my favourite YouTubers. So if you haven't checked that out for some reason, please do. But yeah, at the moment, I only tend to sort of buy collector's editions and special editions and things like that rather than just standard games. Unless I just really want to play the game, of course. But this one I'd recently come into CEX. It caught my eye just because of how beautiful the artwork was. And it was a bit of a blind buy. I didn't know much about the franchise. And that was Neo 2. This is the special edition. And yeah, it's just beautiful. The artwork is so nice. And it comes with a book containing all the artwork from the game. And obviously, this really nice steel book as well. This was like £14, I think. In my local CEX, they only charge sort of one price for games, so it'd be the same price for the standard version of this game. So I didn't want to leave it on the shelf. It's just a really nice piece. I put about 3 or 4 hours into it. Let me tell you, this game is in depth. If you like Souls games, if you want to dedicate your life to getting good at a certain game so it doesn't kick your ass, this is a game for you. You can spend about 2 hours just customizing what your character looks like. As soon as I got started playing it and it went through the sort of the basic training, I thought this game might be beyond me because there's so much to take in. And then I went out into the world on this game and I just got my arse handed to me over and over again. I think it's one of them games you really have to dedicate yourself to. It doesn't come naturally to me. Those kind of Souls games aren't really my genre of gaming. They're not really something that I enjoy doing. Maybe I'm just not good enough. I'm happy to say that. But in terms of artistically, and if you like that sort of game, then yeah, you probably will have a great time with this one. There's definitely lots of hours of content here. Picked up one Nintendo Wii game. This was a video that I saw by Heaps of Games, and he put out a really good video on this, and that is Scarface. It's one of my favourite films of all time. I grew up watching this when I probably should have been watching something more PG. I used to watch this film on repeat, which probably says a lot actually about the man that I've ended up. Not that I'm Tony Montana or anything. But anyway, yeah, he did a really good review on the Wii version of this game. And I just thought, you know, I love the franchise. I've got it on the PlayStation 2. And, you know, it's always interesting to see how the Wii did things differently with the Wii remote and things like that. So, yeah, this was crack converters and it was like £1. So. Okay. Next is PlayStation 1. And picked up a few games. None of them are great, but they were all really cheap. V-Rally 2, found it in crack converters. It was like £1. What are you going to do? Pick it up. These next 3 were all £1. These were from the recent toy fair that I went to. Kickboxing Knockout, which I didn't know anything about. I said in the last video, if anybody's played that, let me know. Nobody let me know. Has anybody played that game? Hydro Thunder and Disney's Dinosaurs for Little Retro Ghetto Jr. They were all £1 each. And I also picked up Ridge Racer Type 4, which was, I think, £2. It turns out I already have this. I said then and I say it now, this game means a lot to me. If you've watched my life in gaming, you will know why. But now I have 2 copies of this, so if anybody needs this, give me a shout and it's yours. Okay, so I've got a big stack of Mega Drive games in front of me now, and the reason why it's so big, again, if you've watched my last video, you will know. I like to cover everything that I buy in these videos, just as a way of cataloguing things, and then I can put all things away. So that's why I was showing these twice, because, as I say, it was part of my pickups of the Toy Fair video, but just want to quickly go through them again now. These were Mega Drive games for £1. I mean, you just don't see that anymore. So I picked up a good few. Some would say they're bullshit, but for me, £1, you can't argue, right? NBA All-Star Challenge. Arch Rivals. Interesting artwork on that one. Winter Olympics. That's actually not the worst game in the world. I played this on the SNES, and it's better than you think it would be. Hard Driving, Kawasaki Superbikes, and Mr. Impotent's Adverts Pele. And then also picked up a couple of Mega Drive games that I paid more than £1 for, and that was Aladdin. I'm going to play through this and the Super Nintendo version soon. There's a much debate about which one's better, and they're both short games, so I'll probably blast through both of them in the afternoon so I can make my own mind up as to which one's better. And California Games, another one that I've heard good things about. I think it's just a series of mini games. Never had it, never played it. Got it for a very good price. Okay, so if you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. Wii U, I'm very dedicated at the moment to getting the set done. I would say that I'm not in a rush to complete the set because I'm enjoying the hunt, but because the prices are increasing on so many, and there's certain titles that I'm really just looking to get ticked off the box, or the list should I say, sooner rather than later. Having said that, though, I got an alert from CEX today for my Grail Wii U game, the last heavy hitter that I needed. And I've ordered it, but I've not had the confirmation email that it's been dispatched yet. So I was still sort of on tenterhooks waiting for that, hoping it doesn't get cancelled, hoping somebody didn't get there before me, or you never know with CX these days, right? I'm having so many of my orders cancelled. But hopefully that'll be on a video coming soon. But yeah, let's go through some of these then. What I would like to say, thankfully, is I was able to buy quite a large amount of CX vouchers from somebody that I know well, who was selling them very cheap, and yeah, so I got a really good deal, thankfully, because a lot of these filler titles I did not want to have to spend X amount of money on, so it didn't equate to what their actual price tag is, so that helped. But yeah, let's go through these then. Call of Duty Black Ops was the exception. Somebody watched my recent Wii U video, reached out to me and sent me this. I haven't had a chance to message them to ask if they want to be in the video, although I'll obviously thank them. But you know who you are. Thank you so much. I don't expect anybody to send me anything. That's not why I do these videos. I don't have a PO box. But yeah, they saw that this one was on the list and they won't take any money for it. So it's massively appreciated, and thank you for helping me get towards that full set. Sonic Boom, Rise of the Lyric. The Sonic games are not particularly cheap on the Wii U and they're only going one way. I still think I need another one. But yeah, just one off the list. Apparently it's terrible. Marvel Avengers Battle for Earth. I've never played one of these style of games. I know one recently came out for the Switch and PlayStation 4, etc. So let me know if you've played this one, because I am a fan of the Marvel and the Avengers franchises. So I'll probably be looking to give this one a go at some point. This is a game I'm not going to say too much about because it might get featured on an upcoming video. Take that as you will. But that's Hot Wheels World's Best Driver, another one which is only going one way in terms of pricing. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but apparently they're not bad games actually. And there's a couple of decent races on the Wii U. Something about the system just lends itself to racing games. There's quite a lot of good racing titles on the system. And then I've been determined to get rid of all the Just Dance games that I need, just because there's so many of them. Get rid of it, because I always go to shops before I compile my list and think, do I need Just Dance 2014, or have I got Just Dance 2014 or 15 or Just Dance Disney 2? I never know which ones I've got and haven't got, so I just wanted to get all of them. And I think with this, plus maybe one more I've ordered on eBay, this is all of them that I needed. Just Dance 2015, Just Dance 2016, Just Dance 2018, and one which will be a heavy hitter. I think I put this on one of my previous games to invest in videos, Just Dance 2019. I said then, who the hell bought Just Dance 2019 when the Switch came out in 2018? And there's already so many Just Dance games on the Wii U. And I remember making a joke about Eddie Rollercore, because I know that he owns this game. Eddie sent me a video, and I wasn't able to get into the video because it wasn't able to be edited in time. I'd already started uploading it. But I'd be doing the world a misjustice if I didn't show you the video, so here it is.
Well, you know about Retro Ghetto, collecting and playing retro.
So that's Eddie, Loving Dance. I couldn't put the original music on top because I'd get, you know, copyright strike and stuff, but you get the point, right? So there's Eddie with his moves. You're a good sport, man, I appreciate it. And then finally, this is why I gave you the caveat before I started telling you about this list as to why I'm thankful I didn't have to pay full price for these games. Barbie's Dream House Party. This is the kind of shit you have to do. If you're thinking at home, oh, I want a full set, I want to start doing a full set. Do you? Do you really? This game's £30. I paid £30. I'm a grown-ass man. £30 this is. As I say, I'm just really thankful I was able to get those CEX vouchers cheap, and games like this I just thought, right, I'm buying that now because it's not actually going to cost me that much money, because I just think I'd cry myself to sleep at night if I had to pay that much money for this game. So yeah, Barbie Dream House Party, it's becoming a rare game to get hold of. Still one more Barbie game that I need, so yeah, can't wait for that one. And I think that's it. Every time I record one of these videos, I always look around after and I'm like, ah, shit, I forgot about that. Something big will be staring me right in the face. But I think that's everything, guys, since the last pickups video. Pickups videos aren't for everybody, but me personally, I love watching them. So therefore, I enjoy filming them, and it just means I can put some of this stuff away. I can put it right on the shelves. You see that big gap up there, look, for these Wii U games. And yeah, it just makes me feel more zen and better about myself once all these games are put away. I can relax a bit more and enjoy the small space whilst it's clean. For the small time, it is clean. And I'm noticing something right now. As I've said that, there is actually something here that I forgot. Right on cue, look. So let's pull this out. This should have been at the start of the video. Another charity shop find. Actually, there's a few things I've missed out. Okay, Halo. This is like Lego, but not Lego. It's like fake Lego, isn't it? Mega blocks. This was like, I think they want like £4 for this. It was in the back room, it hadn't been put out yet. So yeah, grab that. I'm in the process of building it just to see if all the parts are there. I know the minifigures aren't in here, but these sell for like 40-50 quid on eBay. I don't really have much desire to keep this, I don't think. I'm enjoying sort of building it with Retro Ghetto Jr. If it was Lego, I'd just let him have it, because we're building up quite a big Lego collection for him. But with it being Mega Blocks, I'm going to build it, see if all the parts are there, and I'll probably move this along. So let me know if this is up your street. And what's coming to me now, because I picked these up on the same day as I got that, a couple of vinyl records. As I say, this should have all been at the start of the video. So yeah, it's always professional here at the Retro Ghetto. A couple of vinyl records that I found. First one, the greatest hits of Walt Disney. I picked this up because I thought, wow, look at that, 1975. It opens up, it's got all sorts of stuff in there, including songs from... what's that film called? Where is it? Song of the South. If you know, you know. But yeah, I looked online. I thought it'd be quite valuable. I didn't buy it to sell it because it's just one of the nice things to have in the collection, I think. Quite a niche thing. But it's not particularly valuable. Probably sold in its millions. But yeah, there's the songs on the back if you're interested. And then probably a bit more akin to my my choice and my tastes. Is this. I love buying soundtracks on vinyl, I really do. I like movies, I like songs. Put the two together, what do you get? The Godfather Part 2. Not the sort of thing you expect to find in a charity shop. Can't profess to be a huge Italian opera fan. I'd be lying if I said I got this on repeat. But yeah, love the film, love all that gangster film, all that kind of genre. And it's just a nice piece to have found for £1, I think they charge for vinyl. So yeah, that was never going to be staying in the shop after I found that. Right, that's it now. Even if there's something else after the video, you have to wait till the next time. Listen, guys, I appreciate it. There's a lot of good stuff coming up, actually. There's loads of things that I've got in the works. My creative juices have been flowing recently. I've got a lot of videos planned for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So if you're not, subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Play your games. Keep it retro. Take care.
Retro Ghetto.